Hello, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome. I am so glad to be back here again this week. And for those of you who are joining me, I cannot welcome you enough. I really do appreciate your presence. Um, Today, I do have a guest. I know the last week, my guest couldn't come. She will be on in another couple of weeks. But today, I do have another guest who's going to be joining me in the Nyam and Labrish and meditation sessions, etc. And I've got the comments open here. If you want to leave a comment, you can do in whatever way. Actually, live on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter today. So we've got a couple more platforms than we did last time. So today we're going to be talking about, at first, we're going to do a recipe. And that's going to be a lovely, lovely recipe that's going to give you some ideas on how to get rid of the aches and pains of degenerative diseases. And this one is an extra special one. Um, and we're going to be learning a bit more about health and healing. And you can still enjoy these recipes. All of these recipes I'm giving you from week to week are very simple, very easy to put together. They're all raw at the moment, and they're recipes that will help you enormously on your journey to health, whether you are suffering from any degenerative diseases or not. Just so you know, the format for this show, the Feel Good Show, is that I usually have a guest, and my guest and I will do the recipe to begin with. And then we're going to sit down and labrish, nyam and labrish. That means we're going to eat the food that we prepare, and then we're going to sit down and chill and talk. And let me see. Yes, so we're going to Nyam and Labrish. That's Jamaican for eating and talking. And by the way, every week I actually ask you to send me put your email in the description. And if you're on Instagram, then you can put your email in the link in bio, where it says you can submit your email, and I will email you the ingredients of next week's recipe, so that you, as well as my guest, can join in and work the recipe, create the recipe while I'm doing it. And then there's no room for mistakes after that, is there? So um, do that if you would like to get the recipe for next week. So these are recipes, like I said, that will help you manage your degenerative diseases naturally. For instance, diabetes, arthritis, high blood pressure, heart problems, fibroids, cancer, all these degenerative diseases, prostate issues, neurological issues such as depression, etc. So these recipes are very, very potent, and they have worked for hundreds of my clients whom I've helped rid themselves in the past of degenerative diseases. What I'm sharing with you today is what I have shared with countless people who have come on my courses for healing their degenerative diseases and reversing their degenerative diseases, and have been able to completely reverse their diseases on my programs, which two of the main components of my programs are natural raw foods and herbs. Every week, I send you the list of ingredients we're going to use for the next week recipe, as I said, so you can join me in the making. If you want to receive that list of ingredients, make sure you sign up. Yes, sign up here in the description or sign up on Instagram. Do that. And remember, you can reach me in the comments as well. And Queen Sheena is in the comments. She's saying, thank you for having me. That sounds great. I'm thanking you for being here. And I'm going to get you to come and introduce yourself in a moment. So don't go away. So, in this show, I'm going to share with you a great recipe that we're going to do together. You're going to meet my special guest, and we're going to sit down and labrish. And by the way, if you don't know who I am, yeah, I'm Dr. Kalefa, and I help people to rid themselves of degenerative diseases using methods that include raw food and herbs, which is what some of which I'm partaking with you on these shows. These form an integral and effective part of the healing process to rid your body of degenerative diseases and discomfort. I've been doing this for over 20 years, and I've helped countless people to rid themselves of degenerative diseases. That's not just the physical disease, because remember, everything starts up here. It's all aspects of disease, mentally, physically, and spiritually. So incidentally, my programs are now online, so you don't need to come to me as it used to be back in the old days. You don't need to come to me physically. I can do the same online. I could do it better because I can do it with more people online. So if you are just tired, if you're just tired of the pain, the pills, the fatigue, the mental and physical degeneration that you're facing, especially if you've been told that your disease cannot be cured, yes, it's time for you. This is what you need to be doing. It's time for you to click that link, and when at the end of the show, and go and take a look at my programs, join one of my programs, or book a chat with me. You can book a half an hour talk or a 1 hour consultation with me. Okay, so on to the next part of the show. I'm going to introduce my guest, who is Queen Sheena. Hello, Queen Sheena.
Hello, hello.
Great, you sound great. It's coming across wonderfully.
You hear me really
Okay,
good?
go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
Hi, I'm Queen Sheena, in California, born and raised. Um, you see my shirt, Queen Sheena CMOS. So I'm
Okay,
starting my CMOS business. Did you say
tell us a
something?
little more. Go ahead and finish. Sorry to interrupt. Go ahead and finish, and
Oh
then
no.
you can talk a bit more about that.
Okay. I was just saying I was in California, born and raised. I went to Oakland, California. That's where I was raised. I've lived in most of my life. Now I am in Sacramento, California, which is about an hour away. I went to college at Clark Atlanta University in Atlanta, and I stayed there for about 8 years, and then missed home. So now I'm back in California. I studied child psychology because I've always been, interested in the mind and how that works. But now I am on my healthy journey and learning so much from people like Dr. Khalifa, and starting my CMOS business to get that out there and help, get my people healthier and give them some more knowledge of all the things I'm learning.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And if you are out there and you have any questions for Queen Sheena, just type it in the comments, and she will answer you to the best of her ability. Same here. If you have any questions for me, please just type them, and I will try and remember. Queen Sheena, you have to remember me. You have to remind me to keep checking this comments box because I get carried away.
Okay. Okay. I'll pay attention to it also.
Okay, so the next part of the show, we're going to do this recipe together. And it's another very
Exciting.
simple recipe. And I know you call it sea moss, but here in Jamaica, we call it Irish moss. Yes, and it is
Right.
the same thing. And I have a recipe here, which is a vegan raw recipe, of course. And I'm going to do this, and you're going to work with me on the recipe,
Yes.
aren't you? So you've got your
Yes.
blender and everything all sorted out there, yes? So,
I'm ready.
oh,
I'm ready. I'm ready.
great, wonderful. That's what I like. Okay, so the ingredients, yes, I got the Irish moss here, or sea moss as you call it there, and it has been soaked. And sometimes when you buy it, I don't know about you over there, but sometimes when you buy it here, because it's coming from the mainly straight from the sea, sometimes it has sand still in it and some little bits and pieces, so you have to
Yeah.
wash it and pick out the little bits of seaweed, and that's not supposed to be in there. And I've done that and soaked it overnight. So you've soaked yours overnight?
Yes. Yes. Cleaned and soaked. I've already put some in my blender.
Okay,
So I,
wonderful.
it's definitely important to clean because, yes, it's a
Yeah.
lot of
Uh,
unwanted things in there. So,
yes, yes. Let me just quickly wash my hands there. Okay, so I'm not going to put all of mine in. I'm going to save some for later because guess what? I have actually no. You might as well do it, girl. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's put that in. Save the electricity. So I'm going to put it all in.
put some, save some for later.
Yeah, I can still save some. I'm gonna do a little diversion with it as well, you know. So the recipe here that we're looking at is a typical Jamaican recipe, except it doesn't have normally, like when my grandmother would make it, she'd put isinglass in it, and that is just like a thickening agent, but it's not vegan. So this comes up thick enough, especially if once you've made it, you put it in the fridge, you can make a jelly with it. But if you wanted to thicken yours to make it into a jelly form, you can use agar, which is a natural thickening. You can get that in the health food store. Okay. So we've got our Irish moss, and I put my whole lot in, and I've got here about, it's swollen up. This is oats, and I've soaked it. I forgot to put it in the fridge last night, but it looks quite soaked. And this is about a cup of oats, which has been soaked. So I'm going to put that in as well. People tend to just put in the Irish moss with some milk, and I'm going to put some milk in. And
Did you say how much of the oats?
I've got about a cup full.
Okay.
This, yeah, you know the measuring cup, this size. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So add that. But remember, with all of these recipes, you know, you don't have to stick to it. The amounts that I give you, you can play with them and
I'm
try
gonna play with it.
ways of
Okay.
doing it. But best to stick with the first one, just in case.
Okay.
So I'm just putting about about 3 tablespoons or so of the coconut milk in
Okay.
the jar as well. And not going to put too much in there because we just want to blend the Irish moss until it becomes, you know, it's liquid.
All right.
I'm going to put this on the blender now.
Now, do you add any water?
No, just the coconut milk I'm using for now.
Okay.
Yes. So I'm going to read out the rest of the recipe. So we've got
Okay.
the Irish moss. We've got linseed here. Here we call it linseed because traditionally that's what we know it as, but it's also known as flax. So
Yes, we
it's, yeah, you do
we call it flaxseed here.
yes, yes. So this is the soaked linseed. Mine was already ground, so it's not the whole seeds, but you can get the whole seeds or the ground seeds, and that's been soaked overnight in a little
Okay.
water. Yeah.
Yes.
So you've got there. It's 2 tablespoons I used of the flaxseed.
Okay.
Um, and we mentioned the oats. We have cinnamon,
Yeah.
and when I take it off the blender, once it's blended, I'll put some cinnamon in and vanilla extract. You'll need about a teaspoon, depending on the amount you're making, a teaspoon or two or three of uh, vanilla extract. I hope I'm not confusing you.
I'm good. I'm good.
Depending on your amount. And as you're going along, you learn to adjust the taste to your own
Right.
taste, you know?
Right.
So you need a little nutmeg as well to grate. You can either grate it in advance. I've got some here that I need to grate. And you need allspice. Here we call it pimento. All of these things grow here. Cinnamon grows here. Pimento grows here. But out there, you will notice on the jars they call it allspice. And I've got mine here, and it's smelling so great because I had the pure seeds, but I forgot that I don't have my coffee grinder thing that I bought to do this. It's
Um.
not working. So I've crushed it with my rolling pin, and it looks fine, but it's still gritty. So I may not put mine in yet until I can go get the powdered version, or I can powder this a little better than that. But that's about a teaspoon for the amount that I have there, about half a
Teaspoon.
teaspoon to a teaspoon of ground piment or allspice.
Okay. Half a teaspoon.
Yeah, so don't put that in yet. Just let's. I'm gonna blend the oats and the Irish moss or
Okay.
moss first. So I'm just telling you, telling them what else is in it.
Ingredients.
So we
Okay.
go flaxseed. Have I missed anything? Oh, the sweetener. Very
Yeah.
easy.
The
Yeah,
agave.
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 And this, for those of you who don't know that I use this, mostly use this. This is organic agave syrup, which is made from the agave plant, and it's low glycemic sweetener. Low glycemic means that it's on the list of glycemic ingredients that and it's below 55 on the list, that does not cause your sugar to spike when you use it. So if you're a diabetic, or I should say, if you have diabetes, I don't like those labels. If you have diabetes at the moment, you can. This is one of the things that you can use instead of other sweeteners. A lot of people, like I say, "Oh, I like honey. I'm going to use honey instead." But you've got to remember that honey is acidic. And when you're trying to heal, you need to make sure that you're not putting acidic foods in your body. So this is a great sweetener for that. The other thing that I would have used if my young man down the road had uh, met my order would have been cane sugar, because
Mm.
not cane sugar, sorry, cane juice, because the cane itself is a very healing. What do you call cane? A fruit or never really thought about that.
Good
But
question.
yes, it's extremely. I have to think about that. And the juice, the natural juice, what they do, they put it in a machine and squeeze out the juice. Um, and let me switch this off. Squeeze out the juice, and the juice. That's somebody must be ringing me to find out how they get on the show, but I can't stop to. I forgot I had I've turned off my phone, but I forgot I got WhatsApp on my laptop. So
Oh,
how do I take off the I don't know how to take it off there. Let me see. No, it doesn't tell me how to how to do that. So you might get people calling on there until I figure it out. Okay. So where was I? Cane juice is another alternative. Cane juice is extremely highly healing for the body. The cane sugar, the sugar is only dangerous once it's transformed into that crystal. Once the food the sugar it turns into sugar, it's crystallized into sugar. That's when it is dangerous for the body. So the actual natural juice from the cane is very, very healing. And I have it in other ingredients as well, which call for cleansing and stuff like that. So hopefully that will help you to make decisions on what sweeteners to use, especially if you have something like diabetes. Okay, so where was I before I went off on a tangent there?
We were
Where
still on the ingredients.
Oh, yes. So I think that's all the ingredients. Am I correct? I've
Yes,
mentioned
yeah,
everything.
that's
Oh,
everything.
okay. So let's blend. Huh?
All
I'm
right.
gonna you're on me. Don't make noise. Okay, let's take a look at this. See what's going on here. And you can see that looks quite good actually. It's forming a nice kind of smooth paste. So I'm gonna give it just another little more blend just to make sure it's lovely and smooth. Okay, how's yours coming on, Queen Sheba? Sheena,
It's
sorry, Queen Sheba.
Yes, it's going great. I think I'm going to also blend it some more. Get
Yes,
a
let's
little
blend
bit
it a little more.
smoother.
I want it to be nice and smooth. Yes.
Yes, yes, a
All
little bit.
right. Us again. We're gonna blend. Unfortunately, we can't have you watch us blend. That's quite boring anyway. So we'll be back in a second. Keep watching.
Yes.
Okay, mine looks ready now. Let me show you on there. Let me show you how that looks. You can see there, it's formed a nice smooth um, texture, and the Irish moss is completely blended out. How is yours, Queen? How is yours?
It is looking, let's see here. I think I need to blend it just a little bit more.
Okay, so add your I'm gonna add my flax seeds, the linseed. I'm gonna add that
Black
before
seeds.
I
Okay.
blend again. So you can add that now, yes?
Yes.
All right. So let me put this back over here. I'll be back in a minute. I'm here. Hi, one of them, you can see me almost. Okay. Let me turn this a little
Yes.
so you can see
Yeah, I
me
can
too.
see perfect.
Okay. All right. So here we are. I'm going to add the flax seeds so that that can blend out as well. And it's looking nice. It's actually looking like ice cream at the moment. That's given me some ideas. Okay. All right. So in goes the flax seeds. How are you getting on, Queen Sheena?
I am blending,
Oh,
blending.
All right, I'm about to blend again. We'll take another look at this, and it's thickened a bit. There's the consistency there. How is yours coming on, Queen China? Oh, you're blending. You
It's
can't.
good.
Oh, great. All right. So let's add the rest of the ingredients. I'm going to add, I don't think I need a lot more cook. It depends on the consistency you want. If you want it to stay quite thick like this, then you don't need to add any more juice, but I'm going to add more coconut milk to make it more of a drink.
Yes, I am also because it's really thick.
Yeah, it's very thick. So I'm going to add approximately, to begin with, because we can always sweeten it again after. So I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of agave. Well, those were quite heaped, stable tablespoons. um, so 3 heaped tablespoons of agave. And you can add more after we taste it, yes? And
Yes.
I am going to add some cinnamon now. So I'm going to put in, have you done your agave? You've
Yes,
added that?
I just added agave, a little bit more coconut milk, and then
Okay.
now I have my spices: cinnamon,
Yes. So
nutmeg,
I put a teaspoon of
teaspoon.
cinnamon.
Okay.
Or you can put a bit less if you like, but I love the cinnamon, and also it helps to keep your tummy flat with other mixtures. So it's really great for that. So I tend to put in more than it's not going to harm you in any way, and it makes gives it a really lovely smell and
Yes,
taste.
love the smell. Okay, let
And
me put a
then,
little extra cinnamon in here.
uh-huh. So I'm going to add a bit more. I haven't added enough coconut milk to make it really. It's like a smoothie at the moment. So actually, I'll blend it like that first. And my secret ingredients. So we've got everything in there now, have we? We're going to grate them and sprinkle the nutmeg on after. We're not going to add it to it at the moment. Yeah. So have we got
Okay.
everything? Flaxseed, um,
Let's
pimento.
see.
Oh, add your pimento, your allspice. I'm gonna leave mine for later till I have the properly powdered one. I'm not trusting my powdering here, but this the smell it, the smell
Uh-oh.
it. The
Mm-hmm.
pimento, what's pimento in?
Mm.
Ooh,
Yes.
and I know I didn't give you these two secret ingredients here, which I'm gonna try today on mine, and I guess you can't guess what this is. Bet you can't guess what this is. Or have you been watching the other shows? Oh,
What's
you're
that? Cacao?
yes. I can't help it.
Oh,
Putting
let
some
me
chocolate
see.
in.
Do I have that?
That's moving away from the traditional Jamaican recipe, but I love chocolate. And I'm well, what Irish moss is great for virility. They call these Irish moss and a group of other herbs that we have here a strong back because it's supposed to build the strength in your back and make you virile. And virility, for those of you who don't want to go the posh way, is to increase your sex drive and gives you the strength to actually live up to it. So I'm going to add even more virility because I am going to put a teaspoon of maca. And many of you will have seen me crazy with my maca and the chocolate before. And maca, as I've said before, is known as the Mayan Viagra. So
Yes.
you can add, if you want to, you can do, I'm doing these variations just so you know, you don't have to just stick to the recipes. You can actually um, chop and change and do what you like with them to make them really suitable for your taste buds. Okay, so now it's really, really thick. So I am going to add some more coconut.
Yes.
Um, yeah, it's thick, thick, thick now.
Thick, thick, thick.
So, yes, yes. So let me add some more. And I've got my little tray here. When I finished blending this, and I'll tell you what I'm gonna do with the tray. Okay. And next
Mhm.
week, try to remember to show you how to do your own coconut milk.
Oh,
So
yes.
you can buy the whole coconut and make your own milk and do that. These are just the convenience, and this is one of the better ones that I find. This is made right here in Jamaica. So it's close to the fresher one, the freshest. Okay, so I'm going to blend this now.
Okay. Let's blend.
So we'll now. You ready to blend? Let me see if there are any
I'm ready.
comments. All righty.
All right.
Okay.
Let's.
Okay, how is yours looking? Mine is still quite thick.
Yeah, I just added. So is mine. I just added a little bit more coconut milk.
Yeah, so I'm going to do the same. And then I'm going to taste it and see if it's sweet enough.
Right.
And you can do that. And if it's to your taste, then it's ready.
Okay.
And, it's as simple as that, really, to get really gorgeous, nutritious foods into your body. It doesn't have to be a chore. It's as simple as just putting a few things together. If you're busy and you want to eat healthily and um, keep yourself from becoming diseased, there's a whole wide variety of foods that cover the rainbow. And next week, I think I'll show you the rainbow, nutrition rainbow, so you know what foods do what in your body. So I'm going to blend again, but I think I might still have to put some water in it because it's still looking a little thick.
Yeah, it's really thick. Let's
Yeah,
blend on.
it looks gorgeous, doesn't it?
Yes, it smells really good.
Yeah.
Wait to taste
I'm,
it. I'm gonna taste it after this one.
yes, I'm missing my vanilla though, and my because
Oh,
I
I did. That's right. I didn't put vanilla in.
Yeah, put it in, put it in. I forgot to mention it because I thought I had some, and when I looked in the cupboard, it was finished. So I'm going to have to suffice until later on when I can nick down to the supermarket and get some.
Now,
But
how much? How much vanilla?
Put about, let me see your jug. Let me see about how much you've got there. Um, Start with, no, I mean the jug. You're not the vanilla bottle, the jug itself.
Oh,
How
the
much? Yes. I would say put about a teaspoon in that much. So, if you double it up, put two teaspoons, and
okay.
then you can taste it and see whether it's to your taste, and just add
Okay.
depending on the amount and to your taste. Okay. So I'm going to blend again.
All right. All right.
Everyone,
I think this is ready. Let me.
mine is smelling great, and I don't even have the vanilla in it, or the pimento.
Oh wow, that's just gonna make it taste even better.
Yeah. Oh, it's looking
Still
really good.
Mm. I might have to put some water in. It's still kind of thick.
Mm. I'm gonna keep mine to this consistency because I quite like it thick, and I'm gonna freeze some later. So let me put a little more sweetener in, and
Yeah.
then I'm gonna pour some
Mm.
to
Ooh,
my.
this is good. Oh my
It's
goodness.
nice, isn't it? It's
This is
lovely.
it's really good. Woo.
All right.
So I just put a little bit more water. So I'm gonna
Yeah,
add a
and
little water and I'm gonna blend it again. And it's turned out to be a lot.
yeah, it's a
I
lot
like
more than we thought.
right.
It's like a whole
That's
meal.
good. Yes, and plus it is a meal. I won't be hungry,
No, you won't
and
be.
then
Not
I can.
after
Ooh,
that.
I wonder if I should add some ice.
No, we're gonna do that
Think it's
later.
good cold.
Let's finish this first, and then
Okay.
we're gonna pour it over
I
the
think I'm.
ice, and then grate a little nutmeg on top.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay. Okay. Let me mix it one more time.
Same here. I'm just gonna blend in the extra sweetener that I just put in. Okay, where's my cover? There we go.
All right. That's it. Mm, mm.
Okay, so how does it look now?
It's really, really good. I've already started drinking mine.
Mm, this is gorgeous. You'll have to try it with the chocolate and the extra maca next time. I'm going to just pour some in my chocolate trays and put it in the freezer. And I'm going to try freezing it because I haven't done that
Oh,
before. So I'm going to leave it fairly
all
thick.
right. That's a good idea.
Yeah, so I'm going to just
That's a
freeze
good
it.
idea.
So it gives you a bit of variety. let me show everyone.
Right.
That's the thickness there. It's That's the thickness I've got mine at, but you can make yours a lot more runny so that it's more like either like a smoothie or a straightforward drink. And remember, because the
Yeah, mine is
the hmm?
mine is more like a it's more run it's a little runny.
Right, right. And remember, it's going to thicken when you put it in the fridge.
Yes. So
So I'm just filling out these, and this is going to be almost like ice cream when they are
right.
frozen. So we're getting a variety here. We can water down some and make it into a drink, or we can have this thick, lovely, luscious smoothie, or we can have a kind of ice cream. And oh, I can't explain to you out there how gorgeous this tastes and smell. Even
Ooh, it's
though I don't
delicious.
have my oh, it is, isn't it?
It's really, really good.
Yeah, there you go. And remember, all of the recipes that I do on this show are designed to tantalize your lips without increasing your hips. So
There you
none of
go.
the recipes you'll find they're gorgeous, but they will not put weight on. In fact, they will help you to what? To lose weight. Yes.
Right.
So most of them are recipes that will help you to lose weight if that's what you want to do, but they will certainly not put weight on. And there's so many beautiful, nutritious ingredients in all these
Yes.
recipes. They will fulfill all your needs for nutrition. And especially when next week, I'm definitely going to go through the nutrition rainbow with you, so you can see what it is you're actually putting in your body. Irish moss is as a seaweed. It has very, very high levels of minerals. Seaweed is full of minerals, and I'm sure that's why you chose to specialize in Irish moss, Queen Sheena.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, I'm
Yes.
assuming that it's because of the high level of minerals why you chose to specialize in making
Oh yes.
Irish a business.
Yes. I mean, we need what CMOS has a 92 of the total 100 minerals that we need. So think about that.
Abs-
That's almost
Yep,
everything.
yep.
Like
Seaweed is
in one shot.
yep. So you
So
can't go wrong eating this way, and also filling. And you can eat as much when you eat raw. You can eat as much as you like. And remember,
yes.
we don't count calories. We don't, you know,
Right.
mince our food. We can eat as much as we like. We don't
Yes.
need to
Right.
no
Yep.
calorie counting, none of that stuff. You just eat and enjoy. And
Right.
once you know how to prepare, at first when I told people about going raw on my programs, they were afraid because they thought some of them were eating in the beginning were eating cucumber, tomato, and lettuce every day. um
Yeah, it's hard to know what to cook in the beginning, so you
yeah,
just kind of go
yes,
real
it's
basic.
very absolutely. And of course, after a couple of weeks of doing that, you're going to end up going back to your old diet because that is
Right.
boring.
Yeah, you have to have variety and know
Exactly.
how.
And also things that taste great. So,
Right. See, the seasoning is very important because the seasoning just is a game changer with putting on
yes,
your vegetables and oh my goodness, it tastes so good.
absolutely. So put some ice cubes in. I should have poured it over the ice cubes, but that's okay. I'm just putting some in. I'm putting about four.
Oh,
This is my special glass, my food glass, I call it. It's more like a big jug. And as I put the ice
oh
in, you can
yes.
see the cold is actually causing the Irish moss to harden even more. So okay, so I put a few ice cubes in. Put ice cubes into your own taste, and I'm now going to finish by just grating a little nutmeg over it. These are nutmegs also that grow here in Jamaica. So these come in the shell.
I
This
need to
one
get to
is
Jamaica.
already out of the shell. Hmm?
I said I need to get to Jamaica.
You do. You need to come so that I can show you around and show you all the trees with everything growing. We've got just pretty
Right.
much everything growing here in Jamaica. We even grow
Man,
bread
let's
on.
go. Oh, really?
Yeah, we've
Oh,
got a bread
wow.
which grows on the tree. I did that in one of the weeks just at the end of last year, but that show, like I said, didn't actually show because the electricity went off in the middle and the internet went off as a result. Sometimes that happens, islands. But I'm going to do it again and show you the bread that you can substitute for the breads out there. And it grows on a tree, so you can't go wrong with it.
Right.
Okay,
There you
just
go.
taste this. Mm, this is absolutely, mine is very thick. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I'm going to eat
Mhm.
mine and you can drink yours.
It's really good.
Mm, mm. Try it with the chocolate and the extra maca next time. Mm,
Okay. Yes, the chocolate. Ooh, I can imagine the chocolate.
mm, mm. Okay, so we've got pretty much all the minerals we need in this. We've got the chocolate, which provides even more of that and gives you
Right.
the
Takes it.
whole happy chemicals, the serotonin and all, and the endorphin build up, etc.
Right.
We've got the cinnamon, which will help to keep your belly flat. We've got the maca, which builds your energy and also stimulates your libido. So it helps you with the virility. And we couldn't pack more nutrients and goodness into this. This is a
Right.
this is a food in a glass. So any other comments on the food while we're still at it? Queen Sheena? Oh, you're drinking.
I'm enjoying my. um,
Can't talk.
let's see. It's the first time I've had this blend, so this is really good.
Now you can actually demonstrate it.
See, this is my breakfast, so you
Mm.
know
Yep,
I'm ready.
this is my lunch. Mm.
What
Okay.
time is it there?
Hmm?
What time is it there?
It's 10 to 2, so we have to move on a little now, so we don't go over too much of the time.
Hmm.
I was going to talk about this morning, like I said, I was going to talk about um, carry on with the book that we've been serializing on a weekly basis, the Tao of Sexology, the Infinite Book of Infinite Wisdom. But while I was putting everything together, I had a WhatsApp from someone in England, which actually said that the Church of England has now decided to allocate 100 million pounds to correct their shameful past. This is a quote: correct their shameful past in investing into African slavery. And I also
Wow.
heard that recently the Dutch are also doing something similar. Now, this is well over 500 years. We have been brought down to beyond our knees, from where we were in the empires before enslavement. Africa was the foremost empires in the world. They were trading all over the world. The only university was the University of Karnak, where the Greeks went to study, and da da da. And then we've been brought from that after enslavement down to the depths. I don't think we could have been brought any lower. And the whole enslavement, and then the mental slavery afterwards. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this because it is so much part of our healing, and it's very much an ignored part of our healing, because it's part of our healing to know that those who are acknowledging their wrongs, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and part of our healing of what I call post-traumatic slave syndrome. And what I've discovered through my studies is that the effects of enslavement and all that our ancestors endured passes down through our system. It doesn't
Right.
just leave, it passes down. So unless we have been healed, we have been officially and properly healed, all of us are still carrying, and I know we are still carrying
Right.
that in
Mm-hmm.
our system. And the it affects our behavior. Yes, it's not
Yes.
just the Church of England, the Anglican Church, the Catholic Church at the time, when people were complaining about the horrendous treatment of the people that they took from Africa and enslaved. The Catholic Church declared that the Africans did not have a soul, and therefore they were the same as animals and were to be treated as animals. So the Catholic Church needs to do this as well. And I'm wondering, I don't know your thoughts on this, but when slavery was abolished, the real reason behind the abolishment of slavery was the development of the Industrial Revolution. Yes, it was no longer necessary because society had moved on. They had machines now to do all the work. And that's what really
Right.
triggered the end of enslavement.
Mm-hmm.
What do
Okay.
you have any thoughts on what is actually happening now?
Um, well, like I mentioned before, they've been also kind of talking about this in California. California is actually the first state in America to actually form a group. Our governor has formed a group to figure out how much reparations they think we should have as Black
Is
people.
there a limit on it?
They haven't even gotten that far yet. They've just formed a group of people to see what even how they can even monetize. I don't even think they've even figured out a range or what, or they have to figure out how many of us are in California. What I mean,
Mm,
I don't even know how you even monetize that from everything we've
exactly.
been through.
How do you monetize something like that? No amount
Right?
of money on the planet could pay for
No.
the amount of damage and the amount of lives that
Right.
were taken, and
Right.
depleting Africa of millions and millions of its people, and then colonizing after the whole enslavement situation, colonizing the African countries and colonizing
Hmm.
countries where, so there was never really any real freedom. And
No.
the mind has not been freed. Like Bob Marley
Right.
says, mental slavery is still with us, and we're still enacting all of that. And
Yeah.
I brought up a saying here, a speech that was, I'm sure you're aware of it because it's part of one of Bob Marley's songs, where he says that, let me just bring it up here.
Okay.
This is the Emperor Haile Selassie of Ethiopia. And incidentally, Ethiopia fought off several of the European countries that were trying to colonize and enslave them. And Ethiopia was the one country in Africa that was never enslaved. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
and Emperor Haile Selassie, the last of the reign coming down from through David, Solomon, he was the one who said this: until the philosophy which holds one race superior and another inferior is finally and permanently discredited and abandoned, everywhere is war. Yeah? And we've seen that. Yeah?
Oh,
And
yeah.
until there are no longer first class and second class citizens of any nation, until the color of a man's skin is of no more significance than the color of his eyes, there will be war. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and we have been enslaved now for hundreds. We were enslaved for hundreds of years, and it was designed so that we would be mentally enslaved and continue that enslavement here
Right.
for as long as, I guess, until we're treated.
Right. Forever.
Yes. And that's why I include that in one of my programs. I call it treatment for post traumatic slave syndrome. And it's being recognized now as one of the reasons why so many of our youngsters are suffering and why so many of us have suffered from so many diseases. Because remember, disease starts in the mind first.
Right.
Um, so there has been in all the history of time, nothing has had more negative impact on the psychology and mental and spiritual health of any race than what has been what the African people has endured. Yeah? I went to Ghana, and in Ghana, they believe that they welcome us because they say all Jamaicans came from Ghana. And
Mm-hmm.
I went to the place where they held the enslaved people in a dungeon, and I mean a dungeon with no light, no and little gutters to take away the feces and
Oh,
there were no toilets. They were all bandaged together in darkness. And sometimes they were there for weeks waiting for the ships to come so that they could pack them
goodness.
ships. Totally inhuman. They have a bishop down there. And I was thinking, why is this, priest down there in the dungeon? And I was thinking, why is he sitting there? And after I saw what was going on, I realized because everyone just started to cry. The whole energy, the atmosphere in there, you couldn't help yourself. It just overwhelms you. The suffering that went on in there. Those people
Yeah.
that soon they will never see their family again. These degrading conditions that they were held in. They would and the women were being raped by the slave drivers and
Oh,
all of
yeah.
that. They told us about the history. They take us on a tour. And
Uh,
there's a door there called the door of no return. I went through the door and returned just to be just as a symbol to say I have returned. Yes, because they once the reason it was called that is that once they took the people through that door, they know that they would never come back. Yes, that was it, their life
oh, wow.
as they knew it. Um, so we are still suffering. It's when I say there is no price that can be
No.
on what happened with us. Yes, and initially they tell you all sorts of things, but initially they took the people who were the leaders, the kings and queens, and the people who were leading. So the once you remove the leaders, then yeah. So I don't want to get too serious here because I'll be
Uh-oh.
crying. um, but one of the main to this day, like I said, our descendants are enslaved mentally. And one of the main manifestations of this is self-hatred. Yes. Self-hatred.
Yes.
We spend our whole lives trying to look like someone else and be like someone else because we feel like we're nothing as ourselves because we don't
Mm-hmm.
know who we were before we were put through what we were put through. And a lot of people are suffering from that now, the self
Yeah.
syndrome. Um, so, like I said, I have a program online which I do help people with to do that. To It's like a journey of discovery, a journey of finding out who we are, who we were, and how we can bring back that pride in ourselves
Yes.
and in our cultures, in our religions, in our names, in our all these things that were taken away from us.
Mm-hmm.
We can be proud of. We can stop, rejecting our brothers and sisters in our culture because they are still because a lot of rejection. We used to reject the Africans, yes, and separate ourselves and say we're not Africans because we were taught
Right.
Africans are, people who used to swing in the trees. Um, we got a lot. So
Right.
what are your thoughts on this? Because obviously you have come across in America, you've had all the civil rights movements and Black Panther and all of that coming to where you
Mhm.
are. How do you feel that we have progressed to this stage? Do you have any thoughts on where we are in America, in terms of our mental health, our spiritual health? Have we
Yeah.
reached anything?
Well, for one, I'm as a culture, I'm very proud of us for how far we've come. Despite how much they've tried to push us back, hold us down, not wanting to educate us, just only wanting us to, be slaves. So I'm very proud of, we had a black president in America for 8 years. We're progressing as far as being able to sit in the same room with these people, getting jobs, but mentally, there's still a long ways to go. I
Mhm.
mean, there's still, although we're not physically slaves, we're still
Enslaved.
right. Mentally, we're still enslaved. I mean, they still built, they built all the jails for us, and there's
Mhm.
so many of us, so many of our black men, in prison,
Yeah,
for no reason, and they're still in the way they're getting treated in there. We would never see that. Just there's still a long way to go. We've come a long way, but there's still a long way to go, and I don't even think that we realize how much mentally it's affected us in the things that we do, how we act, how we talk, how we, the light skin versus the dark skin, all that. We don't realize that that all comes from that. You know,
absolutely.
we're
I'm
fighting
glad.
each other.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, we're fighting each other and not realizing they got us like that. If we could come together, when we come together, oh my goodness, it's amazing.
Oh,
It's
wow.
it's so inspiring. We're so talented, so smart, creative. I mean, we built this country, so
We built
it's
the world.
right. I mean, it's like we could be, oh my goodness, the where we could be, but I don't, like you said, I
Where
don't
we
think
were. Remember where we were. We built the
right.
pyramids.
We were royalty, kings and queens. We were
Empires. We had
royalty.
Ethiopian Empire, the Zimbabwean Empire. We had
Right,
Egypt. We had, our history is so rich. The richest man in the world
rich.
up until this day was an African,
Yeah,
Mansa Musi, Muslim, the other way around, Mansa Musi. Yeah, and still
yeah,
nobody's been able to outreach him up to this day because Africa is the land of gold
yeah.
and all the other minerals, and this is why this is
Hmm.
the reason why we're still in the situation we are now. Yes, and I won't go too much into that today. But
Yeah.
what I will say is that we have seen there's a law of life that they call Newton's third law, but it's one of the laws of life, which states that for every action in nature there is an equal and opposite reaction. So by law, when you think about it, what happened there throughout that time and for such a long period of time, this is what we're seeing in the world now. Nobody's really happy in the world. Yes,
Oh,
even people who have think they have it all, they're not safe. They're not, the world is in this mess because of what has happened in the past.
yep.
The people they're talking about, the young people out there now who are killing each other on a daily basis, our young
Really
uh,
bad.
people, and this and that. This is as a result of all of that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't blame the children because they're lost.
Yep.
They are lost, and their parents don't always know to teach them their history or to teach them about who they really
Right.
to give them that pride that they need. And the brightest ones are the ones that end up doing the worst things because they have the mind, the ability. The brightest ones are the ones that are most damaged. But we have to still be grateful. And
Yes.
I'm going to say that we have come this far and we're still here. There are many nations who don't even hardly exist anymore.
Right.
Yeah, and we're
Right.
still, yeah. So we can be grateful, and gratitude is so important, especially now, because that verse in the Bible that tells us that whoever has gratitude will be given more abundance. It says whoever has in the Bible. They left out the word gratitude. But if you think about it, whoever has will
Mm,
get more, and who doesn't have
right.
will be taken away. It doesn't make sense until you put the word in, which is gratitude.
Right.
This is the book that I was reading, The Magic by Rhonda Byrne, the lady who wrote The Secret. And
Okay.
it said the word when once you put that word back, whoever has gratitude, and he or she will gratitude will be given more, and he or she will have abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has will be taken from him or her. Yes.
Mhm.
So if we want, this is a serious thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
serious. Gone into Jamaica now, but
Very serious.
serious thing because if this is where we've gotten to now on our own, and if the perpetrators are now acknowledging what they have done, it is the beginning, and we have to be grateful for that, and get more and more, keep being grateful and get more and more until this whole horrendous situation. We're lucky. We have to be grateful that we're here
Yeah.
because many of our ancestors were killed, murdered,
Right.
for just simply, even the other day with Lloyd, just for wanting to live a normal life,
Right.
all down
Yeah.
through the ages. So we're grateful for having survived this and have come to this stage where we can be here, we can be alive to see our the atrocities
Mhm.
acknowledged. Yeah, the acknowledgement goes a long way towards our healing. So let us be grateful for that. Let us give thanks to the higher power
Yeah.
for that the acknowledgement is beginning to happen for whatever reason.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Because they don't have to say anything. I mean, they
mm.
can sweep it under the rug and never acknowledge it, and
But
that's
you
it.
know
So,
what? I believe that when the Almighty, the higher power, has decided that it's time, nobody
right.
can stop what is happening or what will happen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
So tell anything else you would like to say, because we have actually gone over our time.
we had too much fun.
We just made recipe and eat and yum and labrish a little bit, and had this gorgeous, this mine now is turned into like a jelly. So I'm going to jelly it up and put it in the fridge and have it as a jelly and then water down some of it and drink it. And then I've got the ice cream in the fridge. So we've got 3 meals here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can add fruit to it, like I'm going to
Yeah.
sure if I've got any papa, but I'm gonna go down later on and get a papa. Then I can take, not peel it, but cut it down the middle, take out the seeds.
Yeah.
Of
Okay,
the
I
gel.
have my
Yeah, take it out and we'll do it quickly before we finish.
I have my
What's that you've got? Oh,
papaya.
cut the papa down long ways down the middle.
Okay.
I haven't got any here, otherwise I'd join you in doing that. And just take a spoon and scrape out the seeds.
And just scrape out the seeds. All
Uh-huh.
right. So many seeds. Okay.
And if we had more time, you can still do that with one slice. The half that you're not scraping out, you can just make a slice of it about half an inch thick,
Okay.
peel it, and just chop it into small pieces quickly.
Now I saw someone online make pepper, make some pepper out of the seeds.
Yes, you when the dried seeds.
That was so interesting. Yeah, they dried them and
Mm.
did a whole process and ground them up and made some pepper. I was
And
like,
the
oh.
seeds are very cleansing. You can use them to cleanse the body. They're extremely good for cleansing.
So how do you normally eat Oh, they're soft. Okay.
Yes.
You just eat them like that?
Yes, people eat them that way.
Oh, okay.
Mm.
Okay. So I have my
Put some of your Irish moss in there.
okay.
Yours is a little runnier than mine. Mine is thicker. You can make it some of it a little thicker later by
Yeah,
putting it.
mine
Actually,
is a little runny.
you don't even have to make it. Just pour it in because when you
So
put it,
pour it in like this.
yeah, when you put it in the fridge, it will harden. Now
Oh, okay.
the little bits of papa that you chopped up, you can just sprinkle over the top
Oh, okay.
and let it harden. Then you have
Oh,
a
yeah.
nice meal there. Later on, you can just
Oh,
sit
yeah.
with that.
Oh,
And
yeah.
remember, papa they used to make enzymes, papain. Yeah,
Okay.
they used they to make the digestive enzymes. So you got everything in that meal there, girl.
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah. I will be, I'm going to put this in the fridge and I will be eating this. Let it get a little thick.
Yep, and you can have that for dinner later.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
So
That's
let's
another
remind everybody what's in there. Go ahead. You've got your how many minerals? You've got your
92 minerals with just the sea moss.
yes, and then you've got countless minerals in the chocolate,
Right.
and you've got the maca,
Cinnamon.
which is the energy booster, and the serotonin. Make you feel happy
Right. Right.
and
Thank you.
and you've got your we've got the what we've got the chocolate, we've got the flaxseed, which gives you the omega what is it, omega 6, um,
Yes. Yes.
and which is a brain booster. There's so much in there. Then you've got the papaya, which is full of minerals as well, and you've got the
Yeah.
papain, digestive enzyme in it. um, so
Yeah.
wow, that you're gonna knock yourself out with health.
And you could eat the seeds later.
Yes, you can eat those, and then you'll get rid of everything in your digestive system.
Right. So you could do a serious cleanse with just this stuff right here.
Yeah, absolutely. If you like, you could sprinkle the seeds on top of the
Oh,
biscuit,
there you go. Oh, I might do that. There you go.
and there you go. You've got a beautiful, beautiful meal.
I'll put some seeds, cleanse it out.
Mhm.
Get everything you can. Cause
So let me see it looking beautiful when you've done the seeds.
okay, put some seeds on here. I don't know how many people I can get to eat this, but
Oh, you don't need to get nobody to eat it.
I'm
Eat it
gonna
yourself.
enjoy
When
it.
they see how healthy you are, they'll be rushing to get it from you.
Yeah, they're people are already asking me questions about things. That's why I
Mm.
did the
And
CMOS.
you can actually use this as a demo if you like. You can use this video as a demo.
Yes,
You send it
that's
to
I
them,
am. I'm definitely gonna do that.
yeah,
'Cause
and show them,
this is
you
a
know,
good recipe for people who are starting out because the CMOS has a taste that people
and
might
the
not
smell.
enjoy. Right.
And
So
the smell.
this is really good for people who just starting out because they're not gonna want to taste the CMOS. So
Absolutely, absolutely.
ooh, I'm gonna be
Gorgeous, isn't it?
cleansed after
Gorgeous.
this.
Yeah. Okay, so you have my permission to send this out to all of your customers.
Okay. Yes, I will be showing this video. So
Yes,
much information out of this and a good recipe on top of it. So
absolutely.
super healthy. You be feeling different in a day.
Absolutely. Okay, so we're going to go into our meditation now, and
Okay.
then we're going to finish the day. So I'm going to say to everyone, remember to like, share, and what's the other one? Subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe. And remember, it's on Twitter, it's on YouTube, it's on Facebook. So do that on as many of the stations as you can, and share it with as many people as you can for us. Okay, so. Uh, Remember, I am Dr. Kalefa and I do programs online. My information is there on the scroll. You can go to my website, you can go to my landing page, and you will see lots of information there and lots of testimonials from people who have gone through my programs. And make this a weekly thing. We have lots of fun on here. And what I'd like to say as well, I'm introducing, hopefully this week, I'm introducing a new program, an additional program, which I'm calling, what am I calling it again? I just wrote it down. It's drum dance size, where we're going to do African drumming and dancing. And this is one of the things that is sort of part of one of the programs where we do the PT, the post-traumatic slave syndrome. It's
Okay.
getting rid of trauma. Yeah, so we're gonna have fun while
Yes.
we do it. So we're gonna be dancing, we're gonna be beating the drums, we're gonna be having
Yes.
loads and loads of fun. So I will send some information out there about that once I see. I'm looking at maybe a Thursday morning, sort of 9 o'clock-ish, 8 o'clock-ish on a Thursday morning. But remember, the recordings are always available afterwards. So we're
Right.
going to have some fun. I hope you will join me, Queen Sheba.
Oh yes.
I'm sure
I love to dance.
it's
Dancing is my therapy, so I will
wonderful.
be there.
It is so therapeutic, and
Yes.
it tones your body.
Mm-hmm.
It stimulates your happy chemicals, serotonin,
Mm-hmm. All
endorphins,
of that.
and you just feel so good afterwards. So
Yes.
let's dance. Maybe I should name it that. Let's dance.
Oh, there you go. Let's dance.
Let me write that down. Let's dance. Okay, that's quick and
There
easy,
you
isn't
go.
it?
Look,
Okay.
figure that out quick.
Yes. All right. So if you want to make yourself comfortable, and close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. If you want to sit down, sit down. And then we're going to do the meditation now. Okay. So just make yourself comfortable for me, everyone who is taking part in the meditation. Close your eyes, shut out all the hustle and bustle around you, and just breathe. Take a nice deep breath deep into your abdomen, not in your chest. Yeah, not this. You're breathing like a newborn baby. So breathe into the bottom of your lungs. And as you breathe out, just allow your body to sink into the chair or the bed or wherever you are, the grass if you're outside. Just let go. And another deep breath. And as you breathe out, just feel any tension in your scalp, your forehead, your face, muscles around your jaws. Relax the tip of your tongue and let your teeth part so that all the tension will leave. And allow the relaxation to continue down your neck, out across your shoulders, down your back, across those shoulder blades, down into your arms. Feel that relaxation spreading down your arms, through your elbows, through your wrists, out to the tips of your fingers. And just feel your arms become heavy as they relax. And relax the muscles in your chest. Take a deep breath. And as you breathe out, just relax the muscles in your chest internally and externally. Another deep breath and relax the muscles in your abdomen internally and externally. Feel that relaxation flow through your hips, your buttocks, into your thighs, through your knees, your calves, your ankles, all the way down to the bottom of your feet. And just allow yourself to completely let go and just enjoy the next few minutes of complete relaxation. Just take your mind to a beautiful place, either one that you imagine or somewhere that you remember, where you can be peaceful, you're not disturbed, and you can just completely relax. I love the seaside. I love the gardens and the woods and the trees. I love to listen to the birds sing in the trees. I love to hear the buzzing of the insects as they fly around the flowers and smell that aroma of the mixture of different flowers and plants and herbs, and feel the cracking of the twigs and the leaves under my feet, and maybe even hear the flow of water in a small stream. And I find that stream and I sit down. It's beautiful. I take my shoes off, take your shoes off, and just put your feet over, sit on the edge of the stream and put your feet in the water and feel that cool water as it's flowing over your feet. The sun is warming your skin, penetrating your skin, and leaving its healing energy in every cell in your body. Feel that gentle breeze just caressing your arms, your legs, your face as you listen to the birds in the trees chirping and blessing you. And as you're relaxing so well, just ponder on these words with me. Perfect vision. There is one vision and one ability to see, one perfect seeing. My eyes are open and I see and behold one perfect life. No suggestion of perfect vision can enter my thought. Sorry, no suggestion of imperfect vision can enter my thought. I perceive that all people can see, and that the one looking through all sees and cannot be limited in vision. I am one with that complete ability to see, to know, and to understand the truth. I do open my eyes and I do see. Nothing in me can hinder this word from operating through me and manifesting through my eyes. Open my eyes that I may see. As you ponder on those words, just allow them to just think about the way they impact you, impact your spirit and your vision. Seeing is not just what we see from our physical eyes. And when you're ready, you can begin to return to full awareness and gradually, gradually open your eyes. Okay. Well, thank you so much, Queen Sheena. You notice I don't call you Queen of Sheba there. You know, I have to get that out.
Point
So
symbol.
thank you so much. I hope you
Thank
enjoyed
you. Yes.
enjoyed yourself. And anybody who would like to get in touch with Queen Sheena, her details are going to be in the description, in YouTube, and also you will find it on Instagram and Facebook. Um, Queen Sheena, please tell everyone again what you do, what your website is, and how they can contact you quickly before we go, in case I don't get around to putting it properly up to you.
Okay, well, this is my Instagram right here at Queen Sheena Sea Moss. I will make natural sea moss with fruit, whatever you need, whatever kind of
Mercy
sea moss you need. Papaya, I will give you recipes, whatever you need. Just get in contact with me. My website is queensheenaseamoss.com. Um, and what was that? My Instagram
Your,
website.
yes, and your phone number is going to be on those contacts, aren't they? So they can
Yes, yes.
as
That
well.
that would also. So yeah, just contact me. I'm in the Bay Area, so deliveries, or I can mail it out. I also make the sea moss juice, which is really good, especially in the summertime. So I make it like a slushy.
Mm.
So yeah, contact me for whatever you need. And
Oh,
thank you, Dr. Kalefa, for having me. I've learned so much from you. And please reach out for any type of health questions, concerns, because Dr. Kalefa knows it all, and she can get you in the shape and feeling amazing.
thank you so much, Queen Sheena. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming, and thank you for being such a good sport and playing with me today,
Fun.
as I call it, playing.
Right. This is fun. This is fun.
I'm playing.
Right, right. This is completely fun. I had a great time. I have a new recipe for a drink that is so good. You see, I'm almost done.
Yeah, I've still got mine here because I'm gonna sit down and well, I've got through half my glass. I think I was over ambitious by filling up the glass.
I can't wait. I can't wait to eat this.
It's gorgeous. It looks gorgeous. Send me a WhatsApp and tell me how it tastes. I bet you're gonna.
Yes, I can't wait. Yeah, that'll probably be my dinner.
And you know what I'm saying to people as well? If you create a recipe while we're doing this and you have, something that comes out really great, send me a picture of it and your details, and
Yes.
I will add it to a section in my book for all the people who've attended, who've taken part in my shows. So you can take a photograph of that and send it to me,
Okay.
and we'll add it to the books that I'm doing. So
Okay.
there'll be a Queen Sheena recipe in there.
There we go. My own personal recipe here. Dr. Khalifa inspired.
I like that. I like that. Okay, so thank you again, and
Thank
I
you. Thank you.
will see you. Oh, actually, where's the music gone? Okay, let me just find
Oh
that, and then
yeah. Are we gonna dance out of here?
yes, we can dance out. Let's do some dance. Here we go.
It's the feel good show. So come
Yeah,
on.
let's feel good as we leave now. Let me turn up the music a little. Woo! There we go. Let's do some. Ooh.
There we go. Take it around. See, feel good show. You come here to feel good, move your body, and have some fun.
stop.
Oh yeah, we have to get that started quick. We have a whole nother show just dancing.
Okay. God bless you.
Thank you.
All
Have
right.
a great day. See you next time.